pass ye be crack ko nam fi bi man so ye ba be wa of adam permanent say pafo bi do na sha rem fried rice for we na ma bye bye any it which ya na kunkun edu ayi ase kura de agyan of adam pem ni nyina be ba be ye Ghana he ya nkokwa ya yen o se nkonko ba se mfie na ntem be se yi dollar no o prepare hasa duonu $350 million see sa de kwakọ kra nkokwa ba na de ye no so ye se sisi fidi akese a e de be ku o mo ahyehyɛ o mo na
some of the most important leagues. They know that. They just need to transfer this for the yellow shirt, for the yellow shirt. That's so simple like that.
Finally, once you have named your squad, the next step is to be ready for the tournament. Yeah. You mentioned that you strongly believe in this team. What message are you sending out to Ghanaians who are so optimistic about the chances of the team in the upcoming?
Well, the message is positive and a message of hope and the build-up of a dream of having success in this World Cup, bringing joy and happiness for the people. But also, I have to send and deliver a message, a realistic message to all the fans, once again, and also to all players, to everybody around us. Because first of all, what is important to understand is my experience all over the world. Football for me, it is the most amazing, it's a unique game in the world. Even if you compare with all due respect to other sports, but it's so much passion around our game. And everything that we do, everything that we say, everything that we show, it is about being passionate for the game. So first of all, football is a game of opinions. That's the beauty of this game. All the opinions are valid, all the opinions are open, and the debate, sometimes the conflicts between opinions, they are welcome, because this is what keeps the heat, keep the fire burning in football. For us coaches, for us players, this is what control our attention, our emotion, our focus to win. This is what drives us with more intensity for that wish to be better, to grow up, to be champion. So, game of opinions come around a few people that for us now it's about make decisions of inclusion. We need to make inclusion, and I live as a coach the debates of exclusion for those that have that job. Exclusion, it is for commentators, for the press, for the fans. They can enjoy themselves talking about exclusion. The coach, the national team coach of Ghana, talk about inclusion. But in this inclusion, what also people need to understand, our squad and our decisions, they don't finish in the rules. They give me 26 players, but I have 29 in my head. But the rule it is 26. Today, I need to decide 26. Probably tomorrow, in different circumstances, we make different decisions. That's why the game is so beautiful, because everything it is possible, everything it is realistic and fantasy at the same time. So the message it is, first of all, let's enjoy, but trust, debate, be open, but trust that these 26, 27 players that I said, they are at the moment, under specific circumstances, the ones that I do believe are ready as a team to perform better for the national team. The team cannot be made by 10 goalkeepers. It's obvious. I cannot put 12 wingers. Even if they are the best, we have to create the balance, the harmony in the team. So people need to understand that the first job of a coach, it is not to confuse popular decisions reputation decisions, because it's not about me, it's not, I don't need to be popular, not comfortable decisions, not even sometimes the best decisions, but leadership, it is about making the right decisions under the circumstances that we have. And I hope I had that inspiration with the help of God, and I trust that this group of players, if you see the goalkeepers, the 9 defenders that we have, the midfielders, they together, when you see them, you see something solid, something different between the squads. So that's my trust and my belief that for different games, for different moments, we have all the solutions in the squad. Final message for the fans: enjoy it. Be proud of your team, because we're going to do the best of our efforts. The players, they want to die for the shirt. I make individual interviews with all of them. I was really touched and surprised with the feelings that all of them, they express when they were talking about playing for Black Stars. Believe me, they have great respect for the nation, great respect for the people, and I am sure they're going to do the best. But as I want to say, to finalize my message to the fans, this is not a walk in the park. This is not to go to the beach and have an entertainment day. First of all, we play teams that are the best teams in the world. They're going to be in front of us with the same wish, with the same desire, with the same motivation, with the same ambition. So immediately when the game starts, it is a 50-50% balance. So people.
It's not to go up to be the Rich, the Brennan, the fear teaching a bench, a bit for Scotland, a bit for Germany, Messiah journalists, a bit for Germany in France, in the Munaba, many air guys in the 4 air train for Birmingham, a bit more connected from Scotland, and more Abba, Munina, Abba, support to the Black Stars. Indeed, some American will do our team go up in so about Abba, team of the more had the NS and you're also back, about near Command of support to know send you a bit to me, Akoye, Ama, the Black Stars of Guarantee. Supporters in there,
Evans, your personal assessment of team, no, and your expectation from this particular game.
Oh, okay. So me personally, my expectation in the game, and I'm here with the what I'm trying to look out for, and it's a team no. Bono and the day no, and everything also football there, it's all about the ball and the space. So Ghana crab ball now, how do we possess the ball? How do we organize our team no? And I see any ball, so how do you try to organize the spaces now? Yeah, words for no entity because I know and here say Kokoshia other clubs and other teams are sorry. I don't hear you, Valentino, and then I mentioned. Then I'm looking at two players now, because more coordination or pitch. So, among Casansono in a way, no, so send a very moment to me, I communicate here. Then coach knows what to bench and then assistant. How will they communicate? How their communication go to the pitch? Sunday man and nation, same person, you pressure, but there's one. I say, if you are under pressure, how are we going to manage the pressure? Sunday man in a mission. Now I have players, no, see, you will be a film. Same person, be a play with Bobo and supporters in the how would they manage themselves? That is how I'm going to assess the game. As to say, I feel too early for me because coach in the first game, and I'm not expecting that much for him. I'm expecting say a bit me training you may. It is our lineup for the and Atizigi and the more inside CC and I'm training, Atizigi and a training and Benjamin Asare so I want the other side on the training. Into Atizigi will me a big crown and Benjamin Asare crown maybe a mama a year anana bem second half. Send a bear on so much not trying here because Benjamin Idia said the boy the BTS or no minimum that into another somewhere to me a hand be about fine, but about anyone was said via Benjamin about Sanchema and a Lawrence Atizigi Mumata. Into Jonas Adete and so go for a cheap banner or started on Adete Estatian Thomas Pate's womb. Patel sa community of Jordan, Captain Thomas Jordan, Sifi Bass, now hung for budgets capito. No, on those ones, no, Ray Kennedy, no more Carcass and Confornia. initially no more complain say mo free chichi na ba plus ni see for no mo ko o mo see for no go for times na mo check akran point and some be full pass na o ka cham say mo see for ma mo ma check for na mo nti no mo ha e no mo be sa de no ma ya e ma ni je ba nti na game leader me ha say coach be tutu nyama yi ye timi nya 2-1 victory bi anya nwanwa because Wolves for no mo sada e fa bo we nya bibia e commemoration game no mo bo for their 150 anniversary mo te omo afi no 150 years game no mo bo no ye na ye ko world cup e ne ye pe bibia nti say obi pe bibia kokotoko a ye nya na bro ye ne o say timi bibi ye twi konya e ma twi hansi betumi atwi nkonya yi bode bi afiri so e de aba fom a
Evans, thank you so much.
Yeah, it goes. Colleagues, your questions are welcome. All right, Levy. Michael?
Can I speak without a microphone?
Yes, there is a mic. Hello, Coach. And Jordan, hello. Coach, I'm just wondering, this will officially be your first game in charge, the first game you will be on the touchline. One, what message are you hoping to send to the Ghanaian public? And two, I'm going to cut straight to chase. In your original squad, you did not have the Parfos defender Patrick Lucasen in. Have you called him up because Alexander Chiku cannot make the World Cup squad again?
Sorry, I lost the first part of your question.
What message are you trying to send across
all right,
for tomorrow's game?
Our message it is simple. We want to express ourselves in the game tomorrow as the best of our skills, efforts, commitment. As I said, the message it is simple. We want to play great football. We want to play to win. We want to bring pride and happiness to the fans. That's the only thing that I'm sure our players they have in mind. And the message, it is a message of hope and confidence that being with them, not for so many months, but the training sessions that I did with them, all of them, they are fully committed to deliver to the nation, to the flag. So I'm very much confident that the message will be positive tomorrow. The game sometimes surprises. We have to make a decision and replace Zico, and it doesn't matter who was the player that I called. Zico was replaced, and we know we're going to have the same group of central backs in camp, and the names, you saw them today on the pitch, so we're ready to take off.
Okay.
Just a couple of questions for both of you. First of all, this is all about preparation for the World Cup. Ghana is one of the few African countries that has reached.
And so certain where Black Stars in
Yes.
You meet what Kati and Yaka say, they are selling your bebo. You meet what Kati and Abeka say they are party bebo.
Yes.
They are Jordan bebo. But we even 4-5 players as a more Macano. They sell left backs for them.
Yes.
Baba Rahman ne Gideon. I feel no better one and more.
Yes.
And a new coach.
Yes.
Sanayane Alidu. I feel no be able to on there's obo. Your center backs in the Ukraine. See, to me, they are Mate Kobe and as a Jacopa Mate because you need experience. Be our central defensive area where you know new guys are.
Yes.
Be more World Cup be that.
Yes.
And I want to echo. It has a game we know. Coach, maybe I would share or more best at it. Okay. If you win your opportunity, you must impress the coach. It is the first time Carlos Cruz, agent bench, a coachy Black Stars.
Yes.
He may take keen interest in the game and be a selection for your first game, no? A bit very dependent on the output players and the man.
Yes. Pepe, the old canoe, Nemuno, Obiano Obeyan, I didn't say, Kuno, Nalita Wakupra. What I say. Yes. It's your flow. Oh yes. But Kobaso Kona injuries and as a Aquaquibio, Ombeco, a new coach, a club side and Quebec, so coach via by Bona and find a MP position. This a national team, your fraud, the enemy still now, as a winter be a bit to me. I'm a coach now, so me fix as Messiano being so bit to my boy. Nebumono. Pepe, me nyashwa say Baba Rama nya time so Baba Bona a tackle or be call who's obe pra bibi obeko although say omo ye adwuma no de ombe pese ombe bo impressive coach no ni momo no edu ba bi afa ba bi be den ebeko players nankasa ye omo previous matches omabo against Austria, against Germany, other games omabo said the Ghana for na ye pe no ye nya ne sa and ni enim so friendly games are results ni momo said ye ne mo said the players ne benya sa correction and I teamwork de be adwuma ye hu was our game nim ye pesa and ye mani nyina with this particular game because say your last game I will born all the realm of World Cup said na work no obebo bibia obe impress coach say oh coach me players or you miss yes yeah ese minya akonya ne bo enti ba be say players na who don be ebe o madwen say this is the time yemo na yemfampe ne momo no sa the likes of players obo mudi Semenyo, Jordan, Partey obetwetwe night there is no way na adwen say okwaku because oya den na ohun say ye ko na ye kwa akobo mi ana mebo be said ye oka ye owesa na ya mo ali de say du akire odina saje wo ba wadi ka abo ye hu impact in bebre o boss na obo nyina na negative entine o ba be showcase am ye hu sampa e mistakes na ba na wa correct some mistakes no what I say and Lawrence Atizigi o go post nim ade ba ko a ye debate wo ho pa Ghana as say ye wan obeda ye post yes and ye hu Benjamin Asare awada ye previous matches ni bi Atizigi ene ebe start e go post nim ono so be na dwen so o prove ama coach na so o deserve say start
because Asare o bench
yes
Asare dey na say national players obia dwen say
ono ana say
o be dem na o dwen say eh ya am ko mistake na
yes
I feed into so perception says here ma Asare pressure bit ma ba Atizigi one
yes pepe bit mercy because team your competition e wo mu no sa na tie obi aba o pese o prove e ma ne yonko hu sampa me nso metima ya adwuma no and say udi sa na e ma na achi bibira e ma we mistakes a lot of mistakes are anhwa na akwakofa sa ebia o matches a obebo no na ye hu say negative na more than a positive a o showcase more na nkenim say team competition wo mu de eboa ema obi apija ne modimum Atizigi they say pressure beba no so because as to see abemo what them World Cup no ene eso won sign improve yes it is say okoye mistake bi na se bo no kotat na ebetima ma say oh yanka ese ye ma Asare da na ya ma na ndane ade inti pressure kakra be ho de and Atizigi the level of football wa bo no we nye pressure say yes enu kwan say e didi ni trim na ekoba mistakes ni ade what deal with pressure bibia ne nsema wodo bibia Ghana for aka wa bia World Cup wa kwa da bi ni ade into this particular match anya match so ma pressure ne fa no odo se beba de be se hu kwan obefa so obe deal with that pressure no na wetima akode akona wa the Black Stars of Ghana
champion PRO I don't know Stephen Body e ha lineup no aba sivu ahwemu a sivu se boko de
Pepe, je dimbi ni dimbi wo mu ni dimbi ni dimbi a se be mu na dimbi a se tena bench e bo bi no
tie bia na friendly ti wa fa no se
ba bia ye duru dey ayi friendly bia ni o there is nothing friendly about friendly na ye bo no anya friendly
the friendly is not friendly
it's not friendly at all
okay
it's not friendly at all we know at least omo boy first match no also omo started no omo boy at least 65 minutes
as earlier on the show you said it's and come on no now the omo start here na cohesion ne part no open because on the first time the instructions are omo the ball kro munyada tebia ko starting I do 11 say we na bibia nsi akom bebo a na bi omo bobe o the 45 no kra then after the 45 no I shall say changes kakra but as I started with a sider menu nyina nim say enyo omo na AB ombebo World Cup matches
nti attackers ne ye
Edu Kwabna
Jordan Ayu Fatao Ishaku Kamadi Koji ni awuye de
license was started
Koji wa ba adwuma me hu na de awuye de aze do mu je chiro na obeye yi Koji na ba adwuma me hu na de oye de
so we line up one impress
ma call back and forth sir
mu abade wo na o As open.
No Camadino this time Camadino or no Camadino no remember no grandma jazz movie.
A lot of people were expecting Senka Brandon. Yes. Asante Vesta tell me who so that
and Brandon training no ntimi. Oh
yeah pa. Oh both training.
Okay, yeah man coach no. Tete brofo na. Ano nkwa ne brofo a ohimalizi ansesem ansa na wo kɔ ne krechi. Yeah, head one by na Christopher Babu so bench.
Niama at least danka omumie no so ke hu ba ko ma because say me he the coach ne ko bona likely say Jordan Besa bo asa number 10 na I didn't ball 2 ni ya ne Germany ne Austria na say coach ne use the 10 na as a Jordan na be 10
ana boachenete bench Elisha osu bo
Elisha started
ana
bench.
Oh, Coachy.
Nipa Jetin so start e be no be redeem.
I know crowd come back and want some first. Me am share me pa.
Me say redeem no one there.
Dabi. Agite the baby.
Oh za.
Agite pa. Dabi agite the.
Bon as a good
defender. Ah, na mo ye sure say nya Black Star match ne kan wase mi.
Ah, Black Stars.
And ye kan agite.
Yeah, agite.
Oh, Dabi. Remember we chiro kamuma remember na started.
Sir, a year man tem.
Jerome Opoku no bo.
Jerome started. Yeah. Abdul Mumin no. 3 anan ko meet me abo no. Abdul Mumin. Any Jerome. And Ajeti because of me and son no more.
Baby, my menka no kro football mu nchiro. Enioma bebre amoto abontina. Ye dey adada. Central for ni pa che. Once our fat train after playing aba wada ma de ache. Why recovery near you are fit enough to start. Omunya sa nkomo na ya na omuni edize. Football na na money yes say. Say transplant to be no mo koye.
Na boy area gala na body day.
Ai.
Your boys your bo Ghana Premier League ya. Omutimi bo na bia asim ne Fantino Town abo. No mo wini. Ade cha na omakobo amakom no agirem no ombo. Mfa be ma football am na ko bo game anopa. And you ram Zedru Park for so bobo.
Na that professional. Enya bibia ni. Na nyoma ya de mo mu anom ne we mu sei. Okono mo frɛ de oye massage no wa. SK bra be massage me wa say how no mo ka no. Sa bra. Wo so adwuma no. Omutimi massage ni pa ba ko be 1 hour. Wo so ontimi nye den. Ye munye serious wo line up no. Okay, ye de brofo na abato de but etija ye be katwi amamo translate because there adena say na adena tie na de me de mani age Marvin Sanaya no say.
Yes, Marvin. On say
right back no.
Yeah. Yes, you baba.
Yeah. Now
Baba
Raman.
So we put Baba in.
Oh bench.
Started Gideon Mensah. Gideon dey ahead na.
Come here as omu Gideon ni mu.
Nani enkoba eni enjege komfre say Baba Raman enkoba work up na. Na friend $100,000 will be power. Some you proud and them say they compensate you say maybe you proud to $100,000.
Oh.
So just how they are.
Because the people already coach now and that's what cheating me.
So or the moment we didn't have a start.
Yeah.
Or they have a travel.
Yes, because we my game no. Walk up na nkasa ye kobo no.
Yeah.
Mfimfini ho no. Sibo bebo.
Akosi Sibo.
Yes. Obabo party. Na semenyo. Yes, be hwebinchi ho no. Ubehu semenyo ho. Ubehu Sibo ho. Ubehu Baba Rahman ho. Baba Rahman, there is no way people make say ombo no ombo walk up no. Yes, obebo. It's coach na watch him. Na we dey half ebo. No, e bia second half first 45 minutes no. Na wasan the other set and so etimi aba. Nti yenhwe e bia na atizigi craft from first half na asare nso aba ebishim.
Aka Simoni num still as a usha lesrim
GF no do you know I wonya abotre o line up no typo errors be brave
sound
boys no no hwe Lawrence Atisigi Fatawi Ishako
okay
Sro ya na wahwe
na so we dey nya emergency say ko ma ya to da na
we no cry no overnight na
coach no ebe ma o omo mbebo ni you have it now when you brush shey na.
But seriously, Kojo Pompe Prano.
Yeah.
I think Senka also started ahead of Jonas Ajite and now say even Jerome Opoku. Nanka Yenya Mumin, Ewoho. I was expecting say senior worker na Rahman Baba Rahman best starting nanka yabo we dey knocking come fan me nyini knocking dey so pe player nanka ni kwazo ko work up
find the truth.
Sorry, can I just ask one more question just because Antoine Semenyo has had the most incredible start to his career in Manchester City since joining the club. I'm just wondering how much you hope you will grow for Ghana as well and come to the fore for you at the World Cup.
Look, I love all my players. I have amazing admiration for, but in public I only talk particular about one player that you did not mention. If you want, I can say what is my favorite player in our team. You want to know? My favorite player name is called Team. So if you want that I talk about the team, I'll do it. I don't talk about, I leave that job to you guys to talk about the performance of my players.
Last three.
Okay, go to this one.
Yes.
Hurry, extra time.
I'm picking three and then we'll be out of here. Carlos.
So far no. Nanka me fa Nioma because Nioma game no maturity wom. In terms of release ball no wom che bambo su me share no tournament here ko ball no England.
Unity Cup.
Unity winner. I say ayi de na bia kudus de na bi no ugina ball no so che but pepe say na bruni na ka to order na yeah, at least yen 45 minutes no na yen hwe the blaster for because o hwe wolves for na omo so o mamiemu
yes omo do master team
wolves for na miem pa because me hu etana mpado no gina mu
etan gina former Manchester United
Nico Williams
started with chiro na
Dan William Daniel James and so ebo
yeah
eti nkofo no nyasem kito
Brooks or Everton ono so dangerous pa Bamos dangerous ball
nkofo no de yebeko omo de yebeko America pa so say at least
omo de yebetu America o
cheni ade na corner de
okay corner de me da 64 eti 6:43 ewo your studio ha 6:42 6:43 na de tiene say game no enche bia na chassis game no Black Stars of Ghana o stadium a say dey kan ekwa ahoma so ene anuanu mienu Ivan Jamra entry ashes no ashes those days ra ochro de ma go.com na Evans we trust story na mpanyimfo hwehwe no mre bi akwa bi boy no de ma yero no obehu no size no PRO size pepe na say u na atwa za ne ma no me ala mtwero na no so na o Rivers na no na ono betwe a eti enje bia na game na e paso national anthem Ghana ena onum e bo ma me betimi enya sound no e dia ma Black Stars of Ghana and I say national anthem of Ghana and etwagu ewo stadium a enye asem ketwa kra na ya na ebo away the first omu wi a na ma bo home dey we no onte ewo World Cup proper onte za anthem ya because omo qualify. say anthem the ten afi na esi omo twini nya na mo gym na omo abomode e di akwa kosi ai eti Black Stars
time be Ghanaians we worried about the Ghanaian team. That's the time they go out to prove Ghanaians wrong.
Okay.
So we are just waiting say this is the time maybe they'll come and prove us wrong. Time will tell. But with the current squad 26 squad no me me I have players in baby Ghana any player will be a fan because we extraordinary player or no a fan diaba. But all everything boils down to
na Stephen Body has Steve e commentary na sama na watu jano as a coach they disappoint this Steve with the start 11 but friendly jebia e be quite 30 minutes na wa change view you go he said e be si akọ Carlos Queiroz. Yes, Carlos Queiroz. Craig Bellamy no a striker. Nyasam keto akra Bellamy no a striker. Both volleys na. It is Steve the ever chance here na evrum.
Now there's more Kivo inside. More to enjoy, more to share. Fortified with iron, zinc, and vitamin A.
More Kivo inside, more joy for you. More Kivo inside, more joy for you. The taste you love me, just for you. More Kivo inside, more joy for you. Kivo has got Ghana through.
Ultimate boss ni pass unti no dem say yeah me atizigi wo my only problem with atizigi ni say oron say nhye no hu nkran.
Okay.
Oh yes, so nhye no hu nkran because the opportunities are you see in life as you are getting the opportunities you learn from mistakes. But it seems say on mistakes no it is habitual. Akwa say any natena. Oh aja from Quadia, so I must say. So we are just saying, say, but you see, coach in the first game, we want to see what.
Who had a brilliant season with the Leicester City also in there. Kamaldeen Sulemana has a lot to prove because he's been with the Black Stars for 6 years, and many are saying that he has to improve. In that Karen Cup, he was one of the players that a lot of people talked about. His movement of the ball, and we saw that against Austria and Germany. He is also in there together with Jordan Ayew, who is the captain of the side. So pretty much a 3-4-3 formation from Carlos Queiroz, and it's going to be a pretty interesting one. For Wales, they didn't qualify for the World Cup. They were involved in the playoffs against Bosnia, and they were knocked out on penalties, but they have some very good players in their ranks as well, because they have the likes of Joe Rondon, Ethan Ampadu, formerly of Chelsea, Dan James, formerly of Manchester United, also in that. Today I'm doing this with Oreku Ampo. For my name is Mutale Oreku. I mean, pretty much a straightforward lineup from Carlos Queiroz, but the 3-back system, not too much of a usual from him.
Yeah, it doesn't tally, and I'm really waiting to see the game start before I really am clear on what the system would look like. I suspect it could potentially be a 4-4-2 formation, especially with Jordan and Printedy there, but I do want to give them the benefit of the doubt and see how things will look. But I think it will be Gideon left back, Senaya right back, Opoku Ajete, and then in midfield, Elisha, Perez, Pate, and on the wing, Fatao, Kamaldeen Sulemana. But let's see how the shape looks like when
so the game will be kicking off in a few minutes' time at the Cardiff City Stadium in Wales. Remember that Wales have not played an African side since 1998, where they were thrashed by 4-0 by Tunisia. And interestingly, Greg Bellamy, who is the coach of Wales, was involved in that game.
Yeah, I've been listening to Bellamy in the past few weeks. It's been a difficult time for him. Trying to court belief in Wales after failing to qualify for the World Cup. And you can clearly see the attendance there showing that people are disappointed by not qualifying for the World Cup.
Yeah, big one for them. Game would get underway in a few minutes' time. Ghana have lost all their 5 friendly games that they've played in recent times. Lost to Japan, lost to South Korea. Then we had a thrashing from Austria, lost to Germany, and recently Mexico also beaten Ghana not looking good for us in terms of the friendly game. So this is a pretty good one. Game gets underway, ball back to goalkeeper Dallo, who goes long. Let's go up. Ball with Wales, trying to have a good start. Thomas gets onto the ball. Back to William. Thomas again sends it across, but beautifully dealt with by the Black Stars. Jordan Ayew chases this one. Goalkeeper Dallo comes out and clears the ball. Good intention from Jordan Ayew not to give up. Trying to chase this one down. Coach Greg Bellamy, formerly of Liverpool, Manchester City, a legend as far as the Premier League is concerned, today is the head coach of the Wales national team. They didn't qualify for the World Cup, the Black Stars did. But then he says that this game would be a good preparatory one for them as far as the Nations League and the next Euro qualifiers are concerned. Wales trying to dictate the pace. Da Silva finds his goalkeeper Dallo, who finds Lalo, pushes the ball wide to Thomas, trying to go long. Gideon Mensah back in that left back position. You can clearly see that the intention from the Wales team is that straightforward.
Yeah, and with regards to Ghana's shape, as I did predict, it's not directly a 4-4-2. It looks more like a 4-2-3-1. Rather surprising that Prince Edu is in the number 10 position with Jordan leading the line, but I suspect they will be interchanging.
Of course, Wales coming forward again. Ball blocked by Jonas Ajete. Throw in to Wales. Thomas leaves the ball to Da Silva. Black Stars intercept this one again. Elisha trying to find Jordan, but then Ishaku loses out. Wales back in control. Rondon pushes the ball wide to Da Silva, but then Gideon Mensah with a strong tackle there. I think that the referee judged this as illegal, and it's a free kick to Wales. Gideon Mensah coming up against Dan James is going to be a very interesting one because James has a lot of pace.
Yeah, and it's really going to, I think, test his resilience. Daniel James is one of those traditional wingers who's going to make you really earn your money.
Of course, it was coming forward again, but the Black Stars clear this one. Gideon Mensah with the ball. Finds Thomas Partey, but he's dispossessed. Black Stars are yet to settle in this one, but it's a temporal hold up because it looks like Kamaldeen Sulemana got a knock in that challenge when Ethan Ampadu came in strongly. Kamaldeen Sulemana, another of those players who has a lot to prove.
Yeah, just one goal since making his debut for the Black Stars in 2019. I think the prospects were really high for him, and genuinely there are still Ghanaians who believe that he would be able to reach a heights that were anticipated, but things need to kick off for him, especially in the Black Stars.
Legends in the stands. Michael Essien, 2006 World Cup, 2014, very instrumental. Then Stephen Appiah needs no introduction. Captain of the Black Stars in 2006. 2010 he was there in full. This time he is part of the Black Stars management committee. All these legends in the camp trying to motivate the boys ahead of what could be a very, very interesting World Cup. Carlos Queiroz, I'm not sure he's really happy with what he's seen so far, but he'll be patient because the game just started. Dan James gets in behind the defense. But again, what a solid clearance from Jonas Ajete. He came under heavy criticism in the last friendly games that we played against Austria and Germany. And he also has a lot to prove, especially with the absence of Jiku and Salisu.
You're already seeing Dan James being the center of Wales' attention, really giving Gideon Mensah a headache there. Twice he's gone down the line and tried to put in a cross. And I think Wales have noticed that that could be a potential way of challenge.
I'm Peggy, a captain, and my ship crashed at sea. There's no direction, no food, just a deserted island. I can't contact my companions. Only a parrot keeps me company. I don't know how long I can hold on, but I won't give up. I begin to explore the island, gathering resources, uncovering secrets hidden in the jungle and ruins. With every step, I grow stronger. With every discovery, I learn how to survive. I build shelter from the wreckage. I craft tools with my own hands. I turn this hostile island into a place I can call home. Each day, I upgrade my refuge. Each night...
Okay.
A number of key players. I think he has to take responsibility, set pieces and penalties and all of that, and will definitely get his chance.
Great play by Marvin Senaya to buy his way out. To buy his way out of the Thomas Partey, formerly of Arsenal. Last season he was playing in Spain for Villarreal. Black Stars trying to build patiently from the back. And it looks like it's more of a flat 4-back system and not the 3-back that we initially thought.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that was the type of system that Otto tried in his last few games in the friendly against Germany and then Austria. Though he initially he changed to a back 5 in the second half of that German game. But if you look at this squad and potentially what they do have, I think this is the best setup and brings the best out of the players available.
Well, one would argue that Antoine Semenyo definitely could be a starter as well. He's had the fine season with Manchester City in the Premier League. Scored about 16 goals and was even nominated for the Premier League Player of the Season. And that is a big one for him. Jonas Ajete goes back to Lawrence Atizigi. He tries to go long to locate Jordan with a beautiful control there. Jordan Ayew pushes the ball to the right. Fatah Ishahaku casting onto his left and can unleash a powerful drive by Joe Rondon there with that block. Prince Kwabnedu. Prince Kwabnedu still on the ball, being pursued by 2 Wolves players. Back to Gideon Mensah. Kamaldeen Sulemana finds Thomas Partey, who locates Elisha. Jerome Opoku. Black Stars trying to put the pieces together and see if they can draw out that back line. Kamaldeen Sulemana with the pass. But it looks like the weight behind that ball was too much for Fatah Ishahaku. So far, Elisha, Thomas Partey seem to be building that connection.
Yeah, that's the best passage of the team from the Black Stars, and it all came from Jordan's holder play from that long ball. That's what happens when your striker allows the ball to stick. It helps the team move up forward and get the opportunity to move bodies up front and create chances.
Of course. And that is what we love to see from the Black Stars. Goals, goals, goals. It's been dry in the last couple of games. Jordan, captain of the team, in there leading the lines. Leicester City, going down at the end of the season, and looks like Jordan could depart. Currently the oldest member in the team, very experienced, and we'll be looking at inspiring the Black Stars when we play our first game against Panama on June 17th. Well, putting passes together, ball with Rondon at the moment. Game at walking pace. He finds Willian. Back to Rondon. Goes through the middle to Sheeman, but ball back to Rondon. Opens it up wide to William. Dan James. Again, always a threat from the right-hand side. Brought down, foul. Free kick to Wales. Prince Kwabnedu, the culprit there.
You do not want to see your striker in such a position defending the channel, and it's more or less like a striker's challenge. very laid back. But that's what sometimes the system demands, and it could give us a hint on what to expect from Queiroz. Number 10 already defending in the left back position.
Nico Williams winning that foul. Free kick against the Black Stars. Let's see how they are going to defend this one. Thomas behind the ball. Jonas Ajete becoming the stalwart at the back in the absence of our first choice centre backs. Lawrence Atizigi would also look to keep a clean sheet in this one. Very important for him. He was out of the goalpost for some time, leaving it free for Benjamin Asari, but he's back into this one. Free kick to Wales, effected by Lawrence Atizigi. Comes up with that great save to ensure the game stays goalless. Well, it was a dangerous ball floated in, and I think it was Ajete, not Lawrence Atizigi, Ajete, with that clearance. With the first 11 minutes, it looks like he's been on top of his game.
Yeah, but ideally you would want a shout from the goalkeeper because he sees everything, and if he had that, then Ajete would have ducked.
Corner kick to Wales. With that athletic save, Oracle, because I thought Dan James was going to give Wales the lead. That was a super save from Lawrence Atizigi.
I think Atizigi used every muscle in his body there to be able to get hands on that. That was an incredible save, very acrobatic from the St. Gallen shotstopper there to ensure that the game stays goalless. But Ghana has to be wary. Wales are starting to find a formula and knowing that if they put in crosses, Ghana are going to struggle to deal with that. We've seen a number of crosses in the last few minutes, and the communication definitely has to be better.
Now, one of the major concerns going into the World Cup was the positioning of players like Prince Kwabena and Jordan Ayew. Many feel that Kwabena is more of an out-and-out number 9. Playing him from on the wings really does not get the best out of him. But this is the case where Jordan is playing down the middle and Prince Kwabena has been shifted wide. Let's see what happens. Wales coming forward again. Ball with Lalo. He finds Da Silva. So far, 12 minutes of play, and the Wales team have been on top of their game. Rondon. It looks like there are lots of Black Star players far behind the ball. I don't know the kind of system we are really playing, but it looks like we have a lot of men behind the ball and are not really pressing enough. Wales.
Just as you said, we saw the team trying to, move out the pitch a bit. But it's been more of a conservative approach from the Black Stars so far, which is understandable given the circumstances, the new coach and all of that.
Well, Wales coming forward again and toying with the Black Stars at the moment. Jonas Ajete, people are very close in there. It's been a tussle in the box, but Wales trying to find spaces, and Dan James's shot comes off the crossbar. Ghana hanging in there, and finally the ball is cleared. Well, Wales could have easily been ahead in this game, saved by the crossbar this time.
Yeah, and I would want to see that again. It looked like really intricate stuff from the Welsh attacking, force there. And I think that they've looked very fluid, but this all comes from the fact that Ghana have chosen to defend very deep, and so it's making it difficult for them to track the runs. And I'm struggling.
A brilliant acrobatic save from Lawrence Atizigi to deny former Manchester United winger Dan James the opener. Still goalless at the moment. Attempt on target, 4 for Wales, just 1 for the Black Stars, and things will need to improve. Thomas coming forward, exchanging passes beautifully with Keith Moore, but it looks like the ball goes out of touch. Well, referee says ball still in play. Ghana coming forward. Thomas Partey finds Prince Kwabena. Kwabena slows down the pace, goes back to Thomas Partey. Ball now with Fatai Isahaku. Former steadfast player now with Leicester City, drags the ball wide, but I mean, ball rolls out of touch. He ran out of grass there.
Yeah, and I think Marvin Senaya wouldn't be happy with that. Covered over 70 yards to try and support Fatau Isaaku just to give an option. And in the end, Fatau chose to go down the line alone, and it was just a heavy touch. But this is the pattern for Ghana. Ghana needs to take advantage of such moments when they get the ball in the counter-attack, and they need to do more with the ball in these situations.
Of course, the last 1 minute has been all about the Black Stars. Jordan Ayew coming forward again, ball with Fatah Issahaku, goes back to Thomas Partey. Issahaku again finds Mervyn Senaya. Pepra on the ball, opens it up wide to Gideon Mensah. Gideon finds Kamaldeen Sulemana. Elisha with that long surging ball trying to find Fatah Issahaku, but goes out of touch. Carlos Queiroz can only applaud at the moment. It's been Wales who are creating all the decent chances. Big credit to Lawrence Atizigi for pulling off that save. So far, how would you describe the performance of Mervyn Senaya?
I think it's been decent. I love.
Grab your share of 4 million Ghana cedis in cash, home appliances, and amazing prizes in the Ongalicious Abewaha promo. Promo runs from April 15th to July 15th. Terms and conditions apply. This advert is FDA approved.
Who's coming forward again? That was a timely challenge there from Thomas Partey. The vision for him to smell danger and run back was incredible. But Dan James giving Gideon Mensah one hell of a time.
Yeah, you don't want to be Gideon right now. Dan James he's arguably one of the fastest footballers that we've seen in recent times. Very direct. That's the thing about him. Nowadays you don't see a lot of right-footed wingers play on the right side and go down the line. Everyone wants to cut him. But he's the traditional type. He's going to take you down the line and run with you. And a lot of fullbacks do not like that because it means that you need to run a lot. And that's what we've seen Gideon do in the first few minutes.
Jordan Ayew with that beautiful turn there. You can see the applause from the stadium. Captain of the side finds Prince Kwabnedu. Prince Kwabnedu still on the ball. Tries to play the 1-2 with Jordan, but didn't come off. Ball with Ajiti. Now he finds Pepera. Pepera opens up to Gideon again. Ball back with Pepera at the back. Ghana stringing passes together. Thomas going back to Ajiti, who also finds Pepera. Gideon on the ball now. Kamaldeen Sulemana. It looks like he's playing more as part of that midfield too. He's more in that middle than being out wide. Kamaldeen Sulemana.
Yeah.
Great pass to Jordan Ayew. Beautiful 10. And he goes for the shot. That flies over the crossbar. And Jordan has that in his locker. He always has that beautiful 10. But this time, the finishing was poor.
Yeah, but good work from Fatah Issahaku there. Quite an unorthodox way of controlling that ball, but he managed to still get that under control and quickly release Jordan, who made a very good run. Is with his weaker foot, and so it's understandable. But I think it's a good sequence. At least it's an attack from the Black Stars and an effort just to remind Wales that Ghana still has some threats going forward.
Of course, and Wales were hoping they would qualify for the World Cup. But in the playoffs against Bosnia and Herzegovina, it didn't go as planned as they lost. Again, Dan James coming from that right. Clearly, Gideon Mensah having a tough time to deal with the former Manchester United winger. And he's what we describe as an old-fashioned number 7. I think the last time I saw a player like him has to do with Antonio Valencia of Manchester United. He's going down the right. He's opening up wide, but it's really difficult to track them down. This was the save again from Atizigi. Brilliant one, and I'm sure Gaspar, the goalkeeper's trainer, together with Fatau Dauda, will be proud of what they saw. But this time, it was a crossbar that saved Ghana. Dan James has been a threat throughout the first 20 minutes. Wales again on the ball. Da Silva goes past Fatai Shahako and sends the ball back to Rondon. He finds a Nico Williams. Back to Rondon. Wales being patient with their build-up. At the moment, Ethan Ampadu has grown to become a very decent player. Remember, he has Ghanaian roots and could have easily been part of this Black Stars team. But he's now captain of Wales.
We can say that for so many players. We can say that for Jeremy Frimpong. We can say that for even Memphis Depay to some extent.
The list goes on and on and on. And these days, the GFA has launched a project to ensure they capture most of these diasporan kids at a young age before they get to the senior level, so that their integration into the Black Stars would not be a problem. Lawrence Atisigi going long. It's a tassel in the middle, but Elisha, beautiful header back to his club teammate at Auxerre. Ball with Elisha again. Goes back to Opon Pepra. Pepra finds Ajete. Ajete goes back to Pepra. Ghana putting the passes together. Long one to Fatai Saako. Can he control? Mervyn Senaya, sorry, but ball goes out of touch as the Auxerre right back runs back. Jerome Opoku, sorry. He has been solid so far together with Ajete at the back. Jonas Ajete plays for Wolfsburg in the German Bundesliga. His challenge in there was deemed a foul. Big one for him. He needs to cement a place in this Black Stars team ahead of the World Cup. Without Salisu, without Jiku, the coaches will be looking at what he can bring to the table. He was involved in the two friendly games we played against Austria and Germany, but was coming forward again with Thomas. Kassin finds Ethan and Pedro, back to Thomas. Joe Rondon finds Da Silva. Ball with Keith Amore. Wales currently dominating the game. Dan James has been the threat. The shot comes in, but a team effort and a routine save from Atizigi. So far, so good. 3 goalkeepers were selected by Coach Carlos Queiroz: Lawrence Atizigi, Joseph Annan, and Benjamin Asari of Hartlepool. Today, Atizigi gets the nod ahead of the two. Jerome Opoku opens up wide to Gideon Mensah, who finds Kamaldeen Sulemana. Ball back to Jerome Opoku. Atizigi now on the ball. Decides to go long, trying to find Jordan Ayew. Jordan brought down, but the referee says no infringement in there. Game continues with the Wales. Da Silva, who finds Thomas. Thomas being held down by Mervyn Senaya. Foul. Free kick goes to Wales. Mervyn also competing for that right back row with the likes of Alidou Seydou, Ethan Ampadu. Rondon was patiently building, and Dallo, together with Rondon at the back, have not really been tested. Gideon Mensah with that launch in there, but ball goes past him. Prince Kwabnebdu comes back to tidy things. Long one in there, but foul to Ghana. Prince plays his football in Czech Republic with Victoria Pilsen. A lot of people got excited with his display in the friendly games we played in the Caribbean Cup, and also European tour where we took on Austria and Germany. Jerome Opoku going back to Atizigi, who sends this one long, trying to find Prince Kwabenedu. Ball nearly bounced. And fell kindly to Prince Kwabenedu. Barry Rondon showing his experience in there. Wales dominating possession. Work with the person started.
You think you know Gary? Think again. We are taking your favorite snack to a whole new level. Introducing Kivo Gary 4-in-1 Strawberry.
More Kivo inside, more joy for you. More Kivo inside.
Crispy with real strawberry crunchies inside.
Kivo has got you.
And Gideon has been a bit ragged in the first 26 minutes.
Yeah, I think he got a bit of Nico Williams there, definitely a foul. But perhaps the frustration comes from the fact that you know as a football fullback when you're struggling with your winger and you're just not finding solutions against the pace of Daniel James at the moment. And so perhaps that has led to his frustration there. But Ghana need to be careful. They haven't dealt with set pieces very well so far. I think about 2 or 3 of the shots on target that we've seen from Wales came from set pieces.
Thomas on the ball, sends in a long free kick. This time Rondon goes up, but heads over the crossbar. Goal kick to Ghana. Keith Amo, very experienced player for Wales. He was instrumental in the qualifiers. This time heading over the crossbar. Goal kick to Ghana. Mervyn Senaya, so far so good for the Auxerre player who was also invited by Togo when we were playing our friendly games against Austria and Germany, but decided to represent the Black Stars.
Yeah, I mean, if it were you and you had the opportunity to play at a World Cup and there was Togo, I'm not sure you'd make a different decision. I don't think anyone else would make a different decision in the same shoes.
Let's see how things go for him. He's part of the final 26 players that will be representing Ghana at the World Cup. Big one for him. Ball to Dallo. Almost giving it away. Jordan, are you with an opportunity? This should have been the opener. It was a gift to Jordan. I think he was surprised a bit that Dallo actually played this one to him, but Jordan could have done better in that instance, Oreko.
Yeah, it's a difficult angle, to be fair. I would have thought he would have been more composed and tried to turn around and see what his options are. But then again, in that split second, you're probably not thinking about that. And it's just like 1% of professional footballers who would be that composed. But I mean, there's a reward for his hard work, his press, good chance, good opportunity. Probably should have reacted a bit faster or more composed. But at the end of the day, it's a chance that goes begging.
Clearly, Greg Bellamy not happy with the Dallo gifting Jordan that ball. And these days, our best bet to scoring goals in the Black Stars has come from Jordan Ayew. Scored about 7 goals leading up to the World Cup in the qualifiers. Recently, Germany, Austria friendly. Jordan got that goal against Austria, and he will be looking at getting goals at the World Cup. Poor ball from Kamaldeen Sulemana. Goes out of touch, but Carlos Queiroz would applaud. I'm sure he's happy with what he's seen in the last 5 minutes, where there's been some form of urgency to the Black Stars. The pressing has been good.
It's the second time Kamaldeen has tried that crossfield pass that went straight out of touch. He needs to do better in those situations.
Thomas Partey easily into the books of the referee. Gave the referee no option than to flash that yellow card with that lunging tackle, trying to take the ball off Dan James.
He's causing trouble wherever he goes. He comes central, and now it's Thomas Partey who is having a headache. if you're a Ghana player, you don't want Daniel James near your position at the moment. He's causing havoc everywhere.
Dan James causing a lot of havoc. Thomas Partey, one of Ghana's best midfielders at the moment, has not played so many games for Villarreal, but we'll be looking at stamping his authority when we go to the World Cup. 32 years of age, this could be his last World Cup with the Black Stars. Remember, Partey made his debut for Ghana in 2016. He's played 58 matches so far, scored 16 goals in the process, and is a key part of the team. Free kick to Wales, 31 minutes played. Let's see what they make out of this. Ward beautifully placed, and ball passed back. It's been blocked. Good one from Prince Kwabnedu to ensure the ball doesn't go past the wall. But it goes back to Wales. Dallo on the ball. Finds Lolo, who finds Da Silva from the left. Fatai Sahaku pressing back. Wales will always go back to their goalkeeper to restart the game. Lalo again, a long one, trying to find Dan James, who comes infield. But Gideon Mensah with that last ditch tackle. Clearly not a back pass there. It was Brooks who made that run from midfield. Nearly caught the Black Stars defense unaware, but it was good play from Gideon Mensah to get a touch on the ball. Ball goes up again. Comfortable there for Wales. We've not seen much of Prince Kwabnedu in the attacking areas. It's been his defensive duties that have been highlighted more in this game. Yeah, and I'm sure the position would also play a part. But it looks like there's been a change of position. Kamaldeen Sulemana has moved out wide, and he has rather moved in infield. More of a 4-4-2 now from coach Carlos Queiroz. Jordan, are you coming back there? Jonas Ajete finds goalkeeper Lawrence Atizigi. He goes long, trying to locate Prince Kwabnedu, but headed out. Kamaldeen Sulemana, a player with immense quality, and would also be looking at doing a lot for the Black Stars. Kwabnedu moved a yard too early, offside.
And I think for Prince, this is probably on you to him. He's playing in a hybrid role where we've seen him play as a number 9, he's played as a 10, he's played as an 11. It's almost like 3 different roles in 30 minutes. And I don't know whether that is to Queiroz responding to what Wales are doing, or that was part of the initial plan, but he's slotted back into his number 10 role now, just slightly behind Jordan in the attack.
If you're a staunch follower of the Ghana Premier League 2015-2016, Prince Kwabnedu Bechem United, the moment he gets onto the ball, you know that he would be a star. Marvin Senaya dealing very well with Thomas. Unlike Gideon, who has had a lot of trouble with the pacey Dan James, Marvin has been pretty solid at right back so far. Wales still on the ball. Da Silva finds Ethan Ampedu. Back to Da Silva, who finds Lolo. Goes into the middle to Sheenan, and ball now back to Rondon. Nico Williams. Well, stringing their passes together very well. The Black Stars so far have slowed down in terms of their pressing. That is a true ball by Gideon Mensah. Spots the danger and clears his line. Now with Kudus not part of the squad, a lot of people are asking where that creativity would come from in the team.
I think it's time for the wide men to step up. We saw Fatai Sahaku start this game brilliantly, but I think he's dissipated a bit as the game wore on. Not due to any fault of his, but he's just not seen enough of the ball between minutes 12 to now, and so he's just not been able to really impact a game. I think our wide men, the likes of Fatau Isaaku, Enes Nuama, Kamaldeen Sulemana, Bonsuba, Inaki Williams to some extent, Semenyo, all of them need to step up with the goals and assists to be able to alleviate, losing someone like Mohamed Kudus.
Let's see how it goes. Ghana coming forward with Elisha. Ball with Kamaldeen Sulemana, Castle to his right, and Elisha shots, but deflected, and not much power behind that ball. Dalo with a comfortable save. You want Kamaldeen Sulemana in those positions where he can cut onto his right and try to bend the ball. But this time, he didn't get enough. It was actually deflected by Nico Williams, and it fell kindly to goalkeeper Dalo. 36 minutes of play at the Cardiff City Stadium in Wales. It is Wales goalless. Black Stars goalless, no goals to see here. Wales could have easily taken the lead, but for the heroics of Atizigi, this game is still barren. Gideon Mensah there with that beautiful control to ensure ball doesn't get to Dan James. Finds Kamaldeen Sulemana back to Gideon Mensah. Sends a long one trying to find Prince Kwabenedu. Flex on the ball but goes out of touch. Well, referee says last touch came off the Wales defender, so it's a throw into Ghana. Kamaldeen has a lot to prove. He plays his football with Atalanta in the Italian Serie A. Started pretty well, but has so far not shown enough. But in this game, he's showing his quality. 1-2 with Jordan Ayew. Kamaldeen Sulemana with that left cross, but he's being blocked by Nico Williams. So if Dan James is giving Gideon Mensah a lot of headache, I'm sure Nico Williams was also finding a bit of difficulty with Kamaldeen Sulemana. He seemed to have burst into life in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, he's growing into the game now, and you can see he's charging up the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Ghana getting into the game a lot more.
And that is what we want to see. Corner kick to Ghana, the first, or our first in this game. Jordan Ayew, always on corner kick duties. Players like Jerome Opoku would be very instrumental in the ball sent in. But Rondon gets a touch on the ball. As it goes out of touch, throw into Ghana. It was a beautifully floated ball in by Jordan Ayew. But the experienced Rondon spotted the danger behind him as he flicked off the ball. Jordan Ayew made his debut for the Black Stars in 2010. He so far played 119 goals, scored a total of 34 goals in return for the team. Another corner kick to the Black Stars, this time won by Prince Kwabenedu. Jordan will be playing his third World Cup because he was part of the 2014 team, 2022, and also 2026. He has been named in the squad. So the most experienced player in the ranks for Ghana. Ghana's second corner kick in this game, 38 minutes of play. Jordan not to effect this one. It is okay. Jordan back on duty, sends the ball in. Again, it's a tussle in there. Jerome Opoku tried to head it goals, but it's been blocked for Fatau Isaaku. With that tricky there, can he go past his man? No is the answer. Ball still with Ghana. Mervyn Senaya tries to have a goal, but ball way off targets. And this will come as a relief to Wales.
For a second, I'm sure Senaya saw his name in the headlines. So that was audacious on his weak foot. From 40 or 30, okay, maybe like what, 30 yards? Yeah, it looks about 30 yards there. There's absolutely no way.
And that would have been a good introduction for him. I mean, to tell Ghanaians that I can score.
Yeah, but yeah, sometimes you need to try your luck.
Of course. It's always best that you try your luck in games like this. It boosts your confidence. So far, so good for the Black Stars, who have turned up the heat in the last 5 minutes. Ajeti finds Mervyn Senaya. Senaya goes back to Ajiti, who hisses long. Tussle between Kwabnedu and Sheeman, but Sheeman comes up on top. Ball now with Lolo. Finds Thomas. He's had to deal with the strength of Mervyn Senaya in this first 40 minutes. Not been an easy one for him. But still, Wills on the ball. Nico Williams out wide.
Binatone blenders and smoothie makers makes cooking simple, easy, and tasty. Unbreakable jar. Most efficient, sturdy, and reliable with 9 great models to choose from. Get your Binatone blender and smoothie maker now.
Their shelf, it's not been an easy one because the Black Stars have been very compact, especially in the middle and at the back. But Wills coming forward with Ethan Ampedu, beautiful play there. Thomas on the ball being pursued by 2 players. Sends the ball back. But that challenge from Thomas Partey.
Mutala, should I tell you what? If that was a competitive match, I think Partey is off. If that was a competitive match, I think Thomas Partey would be off.
Thomas Partey there stretching, trying to get the ball, but he rather got Brooks. And clearly you can see Ethan Ampedu drawing the attention of the referee that this is a second yellow card. As Erico said, in a competitive
it's a friendly game, so you probably want to test your players at the best. So, but I think this is a clear second yellow card. It's reckless, denied a good opportunity for Wales. This is nowhere near the ball. This is, for a player as experienced as Partey, you would expect better. And that's the replay of his first yellow card.
Oh, Thomas Partey, maybe he's a bit rusty. We need to give him the benefit of the doubt. He's not played enough games for VRL in recent times, but still a very brilliant midfielder.
I'll be surprised if he comes out of the tunnel for the second half.
Oh, let's see what happens because the other players on the bench, like Kelly Berenchui, who is also looking at getting in there. The likes of Kwesizibo would all want to get onto the pitch for the second 45 minutes. But free kick to Wales, Lawrence Atizigi organizing the war, and on the floor is Prince Kwabna Edu, who tried to ensure the ball doesn't go beneath, pass him under the wall. Let's see what happens. Free kick to Wales. Nico Williams and Brooks behind the ball. Can Ghana prevent this one? It is Brooks who goes with the shot, but the wall does his job. Ball still with Wales. And Mervyn Senaya throws his body in the way of that shot from Keith Amore to prevent the ball getting to Atizigi. Thomas Partey with that poor touch. Ball goes to Ethan Ampedu. Laula with that ball, trying to find Rondon. Very patient display from Wales at the moment. Ghana wins possession. Fatai Shahaku on the ball. Can Ghana get the opener before halftime? Fatai Shahaku tries to feed Thomas Partey, but that touch, Gideon Mensah sends in the cross. Prince Kwabena shot comes in, but brilliant save from Dallo.
Senaya tried again.
Mervyn Senaya tried the first time, ball flew way over the crossbar. This time it was a deflected effort of Thomas, and Dallo had to pull off this save. If not, Ghana would have been up by a goal to nil. Third corner came for the Black Stars. 44 minutes of play so far. The Oxerman so far has displayed some good performance at right back. Jordan Ayew says in the corner kick, player down, but the referee says there was an infringement in the 1 minute of other time. That would have been some goal and some introduction for Mervyn Senaya.
Well, if we go back to geometry class and your first effort flies way over the bar and your second effort just under the bar saved by the goalkeeper, then his third effort could see us celebrating. It's surprising to see you were saying this about a right back.
Yeah.
He's probably been Ghana's biggest threat going forward, maybe alongside Jordan, who's also had 2 efforts.
Not being a bad display from the Auxerre man, who some few months ago was also invited by the Togolese national team, but he decided to choose the Black Stars ahead of Togo, and today he's part of the final squad for the World Cup, playing against Wales in this friendly. Very important, but the referee brings the first half to a close. Goalless at the break. No goals to record at the Cardiff City Stadium. It's been a good one. Wales starting the better of the two sides, creating all the chances. Lawrence Atizigi has had his topmost best and made that fantastic save to deny Dan James the opener. Gideon Mensah struggled a bit coming up against Dan James, but towards the tail end of the game, he was able to defend his lines. Will Carlos Queiroz be happy with the first half display? So far, Jerome Opoku and Jonas Ajete have also not been bad, holding their own, knowing that there's no Salisu and also there's no Jiku. Goalless at the break. First 45 minutes has ended. Ghana against Wales.
It stands between Wales and Ghana, and there you have the statistics from the first half. Wales arguably have been more dominant and have more of the ball, created better after opportunities, with Lawrence Atizigi being pulled into 2 world-class saves. There you would be seeing some of the highlights. Lawrence Atizigi, that was early in the first half there. And so we'll be taking a look more about the first half of the Carlos Queiroz era. 0-0 between Ghana and Wales, but a lot to learn and pick from. We'll be talking about all of that right after this break here on TV3. Welcome back from the break. We're still live here on TV3. It's our live coverage for the match between Wales and Ghana. It's 0-0 currently at halftime. And just to remind you that you should pack your bags because 2 people are actually going for the FIFA World Cup. You don't want to lend me your ears here. And there will actually be the opportunity for 2 more tomorrow and 2 more the day after. Now, this is the Black Stars Support World Cup raffle. And for just 10 Ghana cedis, you could win a full World Cup experience package, which includes your return flights, your accommodation, and match tickets to not just 1, but all 3 of Ghana's group games against Panama, England, and Croatia. Now, there are also daily consolation prizes as well. In case you do not win the trip, you would get cash to your mobile money wallet, you get autographed Black Star jerseys, VIP fan park tickets, and then airtime, data bundles, and more. Every ticket is your vote for the Black Stars, and your shot at being there to support the national team. Now, this is how you can participate. Take your phones and dial *899#, *899# on MTN, Telecel, or Airtel Tigo. Just 10 Ghana cedis per ticket. The more you buy, the better your chances. 2 winners every day. Ghana to the world. Dial *899# or visit ghworldcupraffle.com. Remember that your ticket is waiting. We'll go for a quick break before we come back, and then we hear from my gentlemen in studio about their thoughts on the first half.
Building. Mission accomplished.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hero reporting.
Again, for me, of course, I understand the reasons behind that you mentioned for Wales. For us, it's not only a preparation game; it is a preparation win because we are here working to learn and be better and make everything better in order to win. So. For us and for me and with the players, there is no this thing of preparation or friendly games or whatever. When we start to play with the shirt on our shoulders, we play to win.
And what do you consider a success for the team?
The success of the team or African football?
Ghana and Africa.
Look, I don't want to speculate with those standards, those goals. I want to say one thing, that in my life it is always simple. I play 1 game each time. And my players, they want to play 1 game each time and win another time and win another time and win another time. If we'll be able to reach the cup, we're going to be full of joy and full of happy. But the success, it is this. It is to go there and be sure that when we finish our journey, the pride and the honor and the prestige of the country, the reputation of the country, it will be higher than ever, higher than ever. And only the people can judge that. Only the people can judge that. Of course, I don't want that you judge me for my personal qualities. I'm here for you to judge me by my results, and that's what I want to try to bring for the team.
Jordan, okay, what do you consider a success for the team on the back of the quarterfinal in 2010?
Listen, it's very difficult because we're a new team. We have a lot of new players, and we just want to improve. We just want to go there and put on a show and represent Africa and Ghana the best as we can, and you know, I'm confident that with the manager's ideas and with the boys' commitment, I'm sure that we'll surprise people.
Okay, Roman.
Hi, Coach.
Hi.
My name is Roman. I just want to ask you just two questions. First one, in the months that you've been manager, what's the most Ghanaian thing you found out about Ghana that has surprised you? And my second question to you is that you were assistant to Sir Alex Ferguson for a long time. He's Scottish, so there's a big rivalry between Scotland and England. Has he messaged you, or have you been in contact to tell you to beat England at the World Cup?
The thing that surprised me and I liked most when I was there, with all due respect, was the avocado. I eat so much avocado in Ghana because it's the first time I see avocado sweet. And no, it's the passion of the game. So it's for me it's a good feeling because there are the two things that are an explosive combination to succeed in football. The first one, it is when you have the privilege to have so beautiful talent players. And the second, it is when the people have passion for the game. And the Ghana have these two elements. So it is really great for us coaches of football to be part of one family that with all due respect to other sports, but when we talk about football in Ghana, it is blood, it is everything. Then the talents are here, so it's an explosive combination to succeed. So that gives me the first and the most important attraction to Ghana, with all due respect for all the sports and other issues. And I mean, that's it. About my private relationship with Alex, I keep it really private. And one thing you can believe and trust, we start as professionals, we finish the journey as almost brothers.
And the second part is Sir Alex Ferguson. You were his assistant for a very long time. He's Scottish, and your Ghana team will play against England. Have you been in touch? Has he encouraged you?
Look, if I know really, and I know him very well, playing against England, I'm sure that Sir Alex will support me, representing Ghana as a Scottish person.
Okay, there is a hand at the back. Yes.
Thank you very much. Coach, my name is Charles Hayford from Radio Top Africa, Germany. I just say,
Coach, you just respond, He's asking, how are you?
I just say,
oh, okay, sorry.
You said,
Yes. How are you? I feel huge.
Yeah, thank you. I would like to ask you two questions. One is, are you under pressure, looking at in terms of where you took the job, the time frame, in terms of monitoring of players, selection of players? And then my second question is, has it occurred to you in recent times that you wanted to quit your job? To quit your job?
Quit my job?
Yeah, head coach of Black Stars.
No, of course, I'm under pressure. If you tell me one coach in the world of football that is not under pressure, that will surprise me. But pressure in our job, it is what drives us forward to be better every day, to wake up and beat myself. This is what keeps me alert and with full of anger and desire to transfer my feelings to the players and win. So I think the day the game doesn't have pressure, our job finished. There is no reason for coaches to be there. So I always say this to you guys. You mentioned that thing of pressure. For us, it is part of the job. It is if you have a chef. Let me probably bring this idea. In the kitchen that is not able to cope with the heat environment, he cannot be a chef. He needs to cope with the heat environment in the kitchen. So I don't have any problems. And regarding your second question, I need to consult the dictionary because I don't know the meaning of the word quit. So next time I answer to you.
I saw a hand at the back. Yes. Yes, you. Yes.
It's possible, can I ask questions to Jordan and to the coach as well? I'll start Jordan first of all. Jordan, just with you, I'm just wondering what this World Cup will mean for you in terms of your playing career going forward. You've left Leicester, but the World Cup is the ultimate showcase. I'm just wondering where your future plans might be after the World Cup, given hopefully a successful World Cup for you. You've played most of your career in either England or Wales. I just wonder if you can maybe shed some light on where your career might next go.
That's a difficult question. To be honest, I don't really know, but the most important thing for me now is my national team, is my nation, and when the time comes, and we'll make
Now there's more Kivo inside. More to enjoy, more to share. Fortified with iron, zinc, and vitamin A.
More Kivo inside, more joy for you. More Kivo inside, more joy for you.
Antoine Semenyo. Second half on the way. Black Stars goes long. But Wales in the same shape again. Dan James showing pace. And Carlos will be hoping that these changes that he's made would have an effect. Prince Kwabena Edu also coming off for Brandon Thomas Asante. And we understand that Ernest Nuama has also come on for Fatai Isahaku.
Fun fact for Nuama, if he lasts the entirety of the second half, that will be more minutes that he's played this season for Lyon. He's only managed about 31 minutes of action due to his injury, only returned in March.
Had a lengthy layoff, but then he's back. Wales trying to start the same way they did in the first half, but then Black Stars showing strength. I think that was too much power there from Elisha. Referee deems that as illegal. Yeah, too much power there to bring Nico Williams down. And a lot of people will be hopeful to see what Brandon Thomas Asante does. Scored 13 goals in all competition for Coventry in 32 matches. Coventry City qualifying for the Premier League next season. So Brandon will be playing in the Premier League, but first and first has to help the Black Stars of Ghana conquer Wales, then go on to do good things at the World Cup. Came in for Prince Kwabena Edu, showing great urgency there. But it's Wales who are putting their passes together beautifully. Thomas tries to find his captain Ethan Ampedu. It was too much, but Da Silva with that beautiful control there. So far, the same shape, style that Wales started the first half has been introduced. Some 4 changes for the Black Stars, none for Wales at the moment. But they are still controlling the tempo of the game. Lala with that ball to find Brooks in there. Brooks coming forward, but that is a beautiful tackle from Kamaldeen Sulemana. Ball out wide by Elisha to Jordan, who was confronted by Rondon. Jordan Ayew calmly brings the ball back to Gideon Mensah. Gideon goes back to Jerome, who also finds Ajete. Mervyn Senaya. Jerome on the ball now. Opens up wide to Ghana's left back, Gideon, who tries to go long back. Ball's been cut short as Wales regain possession. Ball back to their goalkeeper, Dallo. It looks like it was a wayward pass, but Da Silva has been able to recover. Currently, and it's Yama behind him. Mervyn Senaya winning that header. Kesizibo couldn't get there ahead of time as Dallo picks out the ball and finds Randon. Ball back to Dallo again. Another pass that looks a bit wayward, and Dallo is leaving dangerously. In the first half, he gifted Jordan Ayew one. Strong tackle from Thomas. And the referee whistles for a foul on Marvin Senaya.
Got both the ball and the man. Just a bit too strong there from Thomas.
Strong tackle from Thomas. So Ghana restarts play. So far, Jerome and Ajete have not really put a foot wrong. Long ball from Jerome to Jordan. First touch. Let him down there.
Unlike the first half, Jordan hasn't made a stick just yet. But that was a good run and a good pass from Jerome Opoku. It was an opportunity for Ghana to exploit the unusually high line of Wales in that moment.
And game continues in earnest. Kamaldeen Sulemana now playing more wider than the first half, where he was drifting consistently into the middle. Brought down. Seemed to be some form of pain by the referee. Whistles play on. Brandon goes up. Carlos Queiroz keenly watching on to see if the changes that he made would have an impact on the team. Mervyn Senaya, so far, been brilliant. And Rico, I was talking about Jerome and Ajete not putting their foot wrong in the game we've seen.
I think they've been good. They've defended generally well. That was loose from Kwesi Sibo, but wonderfully retrieved from Elisha Owusu. But I think the pairing of Jonas Ajete, who just gave the ball away,
and I think Oreku just suffered the commentator's curse.
I just had to keep quiet in that
Just
moment.
when he praised Ajete, then he gives that ball away, but he's been able to regain possession for Ghana. Gideon Mensah, I'm sure at a point in this game, we may see the return of Abdul Baba Rahman, who's been out for 3 years. Currently plays for PAOK. Benjamin Asari, who was Ghana's #1 during the qualifiers. Recently was in post when we took on Mexico, where we lost by 2-0. Today he has had to come on and substitute Loris Atizigi, who made a fantastic save in the first half, but Will's coming forward beautifully. Referee says Jordan Ayew got a bit of the ball, not the foul on Shiman. Long one there. Goalkeeper Dallo had to come out because Brandon Thomas Asante was chasing down that ball.
He's calling for calm. I think Ghana are just trying to play that through pass a bit too soon. In the last 15 minutes of the first half, we saw a lot more composure, a lot more passing, but this second half is the reliance on long balls has just been.
Grab your share of 4 million Ghana cedis in cash, home appliances, and amazing prizes in the Ongalicious Abenwaha promo. Promo runs from April 15th to July 15th. Terms and conditions apply. This advert is FDA approved.
He would get some more goals for Ghana when we go to the World Cup Kamaldeen Sulemana. A lot to be on his shoulders with the absence of Mohamed Kudus.
Let me ask you something. Bar Thomas Partey, who was at risk of a red card, Thomas Asante, Nuama, Sibo, those 3 changes, what do they mean to you?
It means that coach wants to bring some form of steel, especially in the middle there, and wants to try something new up front with Brandon Asante, because it was more of Jordan who was playing as a number 9. This time he's playing more of a number 10 with Brandon Asante rather as the number 9. But Nyama on the ball now. And as Nyama goes past top. Did Asari really get attached to the ball? It looks like he got a tip to this one. Corner kick to Wales. Game still goalless at the Cardiff City Stadium. Gideon Mensah. Wales go short with Brooks and Da Silva coming in. Thomas sends in that cross. Kamaldeen with that defensive duty. Another cross in there. Ball falls to Thomas. Brings it back and takes a shot. But Jonas Ajete again.
Once again.
Being that shield. So far, he's made about 3 crucial blocks, and that has been good.
Once again, Ghana struggling with Wales and their ingenuity from set pieces. When they play short and move around like that, the Black Stars haven't been able to react.
Thomas on the cross now. Corner kick to Wales, 55 minutes played, goalless. Sends in a long one. Again, Jonas Ajete getting something on that ball. Throw in to Wales. Dan James picks this one up. Carlos Queiroz, his first game in charge of the Black Stars. We'll be looking at some players for inspiration. Ghana's bench still has some quality that he can call on, because there's Kajol Pompepra, Abdul Baba Rahman, Abdul Mumin, Derek Lucasen is also there, Alidu Seidu, Iñaki Williams, Christopher Bonsuba, Caleb Irenchi, Antoine Semenyo, and Augustin Boache all on the bench. And I'm sure at a point in this game, all these players will have a feel of Queiroz' first game. Throwing to Ghana, Senaya to Kwasi Zibo, back to Senaya. He finds Ajete. It goes back to his goalkeeper, Benjamin Asare. Pays this one long. Jordan failed to control the ball. Brooks now. Wales coming forward dangerously. Brooks. That. Some clearance from Jerome Opoku. And he did brilliantly to ensure he gets the ball and not the man.
Once again, the ball is not sticking up front to Jordan the second half, and that is, making Ghana really struggle to move up the pitch. And the effect of that is now the defense is under a lot of pressure, and yet another corner kick conceded.
Brooks behind the ball. One of Jordan's best quality has to be his hold-up play, but so far in this game, it's not really shown. Captain of the side, currently having a word from the referee. Ghana to defend this set piece. Jordan on Thomas. Brooks behind the ball. Sends this one in. A low cross, poor corner kick, cleared by Gideon Mensah. Throwing quickly effected. Wales still coming forward. Gideon shows quality there with that great strength. Ball back to Gideon. Hits it long. Trying to find Jordan. Jordan with that control, but it's been cut out. But Ghana still regains possession. Long one from Elisha there to find Ernest Nyama. Ernest Nyama goes out wide to find Senaya bad. Offside in there. Senaya ran too early.
It has to be faster there from Nyama. You can see from the signals of Senaya there. It was a good opportunity for Nuama there. Good 2v1 opportunity to be able to get across in there. But my bigger issue there was that even if Senaya was onside, Ghana barely had one man in the box. And so, I mean, it would have been extremely difficult to be able to pick out across one striker against about 4 defenders. Jordan needs to be up there with Kamaldeen and Thomas Asante, especially when the ball is coming in from the right-hand side there.
Of course, and we'll need a lot of inspiration, especially from players like Jordan, to get into the box.
Speaking of Kamaldeen Suleiman, I think he's been subbed off.
Yep, some substitutions are for both sides. Wales bringing on men, and Ghana also bringing on men. Calibranchi recently under departed head coach Otuado, he was playing as a right back. It looks like under Carlos Queiroz, it is clear he will be in his natural position, which is the midfield. The likes of Kumas all coming in for Wales. Brooks going off at the moment. Caleb.
I think Caleb came on for Elisha Owusu, and then Christopher Bonsuba also coming on for Kamaldeen Sulemana. So it's more or less like a straight swap. Bonsuba, I think, stays on the left wing, a position where he's become accustomed to Al Katia, where he's played as a left wing back. And so Queiroz would rely on his creative powers, finished with 12 assists in the Saudi League. We'll be relying on that in this game and beyond.
Of course, Cameron Congreve came on for Dan James, and Louis Comas also came on for Keith Moore. Then we had Nathan Goodhead also taking the place of Dan Brooks. And Ghana also bringing on Caleb Renchi and Christopher Bonsuba, who plays his football in Saudi Arabia. Back four still remains unchanged at the moment, and Bonsuba's first involvement is to win the foul for Ghana. By the way, one of Ghana's opponents at the World Cup, Croatia, were involved in the friendly game earlier today. They were beaten by Belgium by 2-0. Maybe that could be some form of iota of inspiration for Ghana. They had the likes of Luka Modric all represent. Cross sent in by Enes Nyama. Kwesi Zibo's first touch was poor there. The referee says play on Mervyn Senaya. Ball with Enes Nyama. Enes Nyama trying to cut onto his left, but goes out wide to Senaya. Mervyn Senaya against Da Silva. Senaya's cross is deflected out for another corner kick for the Black Stars. Mervyn so far has been able to find himself in very good positions.
Yeah.
Especially when he's overlapping and allowing his wingers to cut in.
I think he showed a lot of running power and ambition on that right wing, and it's interesting how he's been able to develop telepathy with the likes of Atawa and Nuama, because they're left-footed and would love to cut inside.
Another corner kick, Jerome Opoku Ajete in the box. A ball sent in by Jordan. Heads go up. This time, I think it is Ajete who got the connection, but it was lacking accuracy as the ball flew over the crossbar. That would be some form of confidence booster for the young defender and Carlos Queiroz. In recent times, Black Stars have done well with set pieces, especially in the qualifiers where we scored a lot.
Yeah, I think you look back at that and say that was a good chance. It was a good chance, and he had a very good leap. Probably it's the contact point of where the ball hit his head, and that ensured that the ball ended up looping over the bar. But it was a very, very good opportunity, and Ghana have threatened from corners in this game as well.
That has been Ghana's bet to scoring goals in this game from set pieces, which is really crucial when you're playing a tournament like the World Cup. As Didier Deschamps would always say, being good with the set pieces is always a blessing. But Ghana there with some confusion and chaos in the box. Nico Williams looking towards the referee for a foul, but the referee waves play on. It was Kwesi Zibo that came in with that tackle, but in the end, the referee judged that as illegal. No infringement in there.
His second touch there, he probably had lost the ball, and the ref's interpretation will be he didn't have control of the ball. And so perhaps that's why that wasn't considered as a penalty. But it's a close shave.
And I'm sure Sibo will learn a lot from this in this day of VAR. Players would be making the sign that the referee needs to go and review. And at the World Cup, VAR would really be at the center.
Very involved.
Of affairs. Da Silva for Wales goes out wide to Thomas, being confronted by Senaya. Senaya with another good block there. Ethan Ampedu has the ball back. Wales trying to cut open that Black Stars defense. Ethan Ampedu, currently one of the most decorated players in this Wales team. He's played 61 times for them, yet to score a goal. Ghana coming forward with NS Dream Academy. Currently playing in Denmark for Norgeland. Played 11 games for the Black Stars. And this is his first goal for the senior national team. It is scary to know that he is just 20 years of age. It looks like there's some form of urgency in the Black Stars play with the new substitutions that came on. But you look at the goal again, everything started with Cardiff's Dream Academy, currently playing in Denmark for Norgeland, played 11 games for the Black Stars, and this is
Carlos Queiroz would be a happy man.
Of course, Gideon Mensah with that cross in, a header comes in, but Jerome Opoku did not get enough power on that one, and it went straight to goalkeeper Dallo. I think he was surprised the ball got to him, and he wasn't really prepared for that. Big opportunity for Ghana to make it 2-0, but as it stands, the Black Stars are leading by a goal to nil. Good one there. Caleb Renchi opening the scoring. Wales all trying to come out hard. Ethan Ampedu, sorry. Ball with Da Silva. Ampedu again pushes out wide to Comas. Wales have been very dominant, had the lion's share of possession in this game. That is the Black Stars who take the lead. Game still very much open. Wales coming forward again. Kwesi Zibo with another tackle this time. Referee judges this as illegal. Free kick to Wales. And Zibo would also want to be careful not to attract any booking. Wales on the ball now. Coming forward with Cameron Congreve. Ball with Nico Williams. He finds Rondon. Rondon finds his partner Thomas at the moment. Kumas coming forward with Da Silva. Ethan Ampedu, the captain of the side. Nico Williams sends in the cross. Ajete fails to deal with this one, sorry. And Kumas nearly getting the equalizer for Wales. It looks like Ajete misjudged the flight of the ball this time.
I think he completely lost his man there. And Kumas should be doing better.
That was a big opportunity for Wales to tie this at 1-1. Kumas, I'm sure Greg Bellamy would be very disappointed that he couldn't hit the target. That was a cross from Nico Williams. And it looks like Benjamin Asari had this covered, but his kick is a poor one. Currently, Wales are knocking on the door to get that equalizer. Congreves losing out to Gideon Mensah. Christopher Bonsuba. Good work there to find Brandon Thomas Asante. His sold-out play since he came on has been great. But now back with Jerome, who finds Ajete. Pushes out wide to Senaya. Tries to play the 1-2 with Ernest Uyama. It comes off beautifully with Ernest Uyama coming forward. Again, ball falls to Brandon Thomas Asante. Opportunity for the Coventry City man to get another goal for the Black Stars. This time his left-footed effort was wide off the target, but this was another massive chance for the Black Stars.
Senaya and Norma have been on the same wavelength aside that run that saw him go offside. Since then, it's almost been telepathic there, and they've managed to create yet another opportunity. Perhaps Brandon Thomas Asante would feel he had to do better there. But once again, it's the impact of the substitutions from Carlos Queiroz. There's just a different energy attached to the counter-attacks from Team Ghana now.
More substitutions will be made, and the man that many were talking about and were hoping that would have a good World Cup, Iñaki Williams, it looks like he'll be coming on. Jerome Opoku looks to be struggling a bit, but it's Ghana who are leading Wales by a goal to nil. Some 18 minutes left to play at the Cardiff City Stadium. It's just a friendly game, but a win for Ghana would be very important as they are heading into the World Cup. Coach Carlos Queiroz, this is his first game in charge of the team. He was not available for that Mexico game. But Congreve sensing the cross there. Benjamin Asare, calm, cool, collected, straight into his arms. It looks like there's a change in tactics for the Wales team. They are now sending in a lot of crosses from both flanks.
Yeah, I think the new striker, Comas number 9, very, very tall striker, adept in the air as well, has already had one opportunity that he failed to put away. Clearly, they want to give him as many chances in the air as possible. And perhaps at halftime, they realized that he could fancy his chances against either Jonas or Jerome in the air.
So, Jerome currently off receiving treatment.
So, Caleb has slotted into centre back.
Kelly Brenchi has joined Ajete as centre back. Wills still on the ball, trying to cut open that Black Stars defense. Nico Williams. Nico still with the ball, finds his captain, Ampadu. Ball with Da Silva, who sends in the cross. Again, ball eludes the defense. Comas couldn't connect, too strong for him. And now some substitutions can be made by both sides. So Iñaki Williams being lined up there. And it would be very interesting to see who comes off. Jordan Ayew coming off for Iñaki Williams. So Gideon Mensah takes the armband. Iñaki has another opportunity, this time to impress in the Black Star shirts. And there's also Senaya, who is coming off. And like-for-like replacement, Ali Duseidu, will be filling in at right back. Gideon Mensah is also one of the oldest members of the team. No matter how you look at it, he's played 31 games for the Black Stars. Was part of the 2022 World Cup squad.
Yeah.
And he takes the armband. Ali Duseidu.
I wonder what's happening on the touchline.
There seems to be some form of miscommunication on the touchline because Senaya has already come off.
Has Ghana exhausted this window of substitutions?
So now
I think we need another window. Or they wasted time. Something strange has happened. And so for the second sequence in a row, Ghana will be playing with 10 men.
Yeah. So I'm sure at the moment, because the ball hasn't gone out of touch, Ghana will have to wait for that So currently, Ernest Nyama is filling in at right back. Iñaki Williams always present and doing the business for Bilbao, but it's the Black Stars that he's not really hit the ground running. Big opportunity for him. His brother Nico is also part of the Spanish team that will be playing at the World Cup, and he will be playing for the Black Stars, 31 years of age as well. Ball sent in, but sorry, guys, this one out. Iñaki also made his debut for the Black Stars ahead of the 2022 World Cup. He's also played 25 times for Ghana, and he scored 2 goals. But for Bilbao, since 2014, he's played 407 games and scored 85 goals in the process.
Yeah, it's been a shadow, similar to the story of Antoine Semenyo.
Remember clearly asking Coach Otuado at the Barbara Sports Stadium when Ghana took on Angola in that AFCON qualifier, that what would it take to get the best out of Iñaki Williams? And he says that a lot of the work also depends on Iñaki Williams. Today he's gotten the opportunity to get himself onto the score sheet ahead of the World Cup. Gideon Mensah. First few minutes he had huge problems with Dan James, but so far has been able to fill in and being composed. Bonsuba chases this one out, but Dalo comes off quickly and clears the ball out of touch. Greg Bellamy dishing out instructions to his boys. In terms of possession, they have been very decent, but as far as the most important statistics in football is concerned, it is Ghana who are leading. Ernest Nyama with the trickery there. Some step overs coming up against Da Silva, and that excites the crowd at the Cardiff City grounds. Kwesi Zibo so far has been tidy in possession, but now with Christopher Bonsuba. Bonsuba Kassin finds Kelly Brinchi. Good play from the Black Stars. Putting passes together beautifully. Sibo finds Ajete. Ball back with Benjamin Asare. And the crowd are whipped up at the Cardiff City Stadium. Excited with what they are seeing at the moment. That Ghana are controlling the tempo of the game. Can they hold on? Can the Black Stars hold on? A long one there, trying to find Iñaki Williams. Dalo again comes off his line. He's done this.
That's the 4th time he's done it.
4 times in this game.
That's the definition of a modern day goalkeeper.
But Jerome Opoku didn't come on again, and his place has been taken by Abdul Mumin, who is currently partnering Ajete at the back. So Abdul Mumin, who has also, endured a torrid season where he was out for the larger part of the season, recently returned to the Vallecano side today. He gets to play again. Sends in a long ball, trying to find Iñaki Williams, but he's now offside. About 10 minutes of normal time remaining. Can the Black Stars get more goals? Can they hold on? That is the question at the moment. Cardiff City Stadium. We've been told by the Ghana Football Association Communications Director that it is likely the Black Stars will play one more friendly game before our first game against Panama on the 17th of June in Toronto. Panama recently played Brazil, where they lost by 6 goals to 2. So 2 of our opponents have lost their games, Panama and Croatia, and we are winning. It should be a huge confidence booster for us. Will's not giving up, still coming forward. Ethan Ampadu on the ball now. being confronted by Kelebrenchi, takes a shot, but it's blocked. Ghana have all 10 men behind the ball. Ethan Ampedu trying to find Kumas in there. Will stringing passes together beautifully. Ampedu goes left. Ball still with Wales. Nico Williams finds Ampedu. Wales dazzling in there. A cross comes in, but being dealt with by Ajete. Nico Williams still on the ball. Kelebrenchi tries to nick the ball off him, but Wales still very tidy in possession, not allowing the Black Stars to pour forward in their numbers as they've pinned Ghana in their own half in the last 2 minutes. A cross comes in. Christopher Bonsuba comes in and does a tidy job. Gideon Mensah, to nobody in particular, as Wales recycle possession and will pour forward again. Ghana, after getting the goal, has slowed down the tempo a bit. Kelebrenchi showing strength there, but Wales still on the ball. There needs to be a bit of urgency in our game. Brandon Thomas Asante brought down.
Very good free kick there.
Yeah.
Gives the Ghanaian defense
intelligent free kick.
A chance to rest. They've been under the cosh in the past few minutes.
More substitutions for Wales. Clearly, they want to get the equalizer. Rondon coming off. And Da Silva as well. With Norton Davis coming on. And Andrews also replacing Rondon. Long ball to Ernest Nyama, showing a lot of pains, but that has been cleared. And Norton Davis, who just came on. Ernest Nyama plays for Lyon in France. Suffered an ACL injury, had to sit out for longer periods, only came back recently before the season ended, but was able to make it in time to be part of Carlos Queiroz' 26-man squad, because in the past he's shown a lot of quality and will be hoping to take this opportunity of showing some great performances at the World Cup. There you have it. After 3 years of not being with the Black Stars, Abdul Baba Rahman comes on and he takes the armband.
I think he's still the most experienced player. If you're looking at number of cups on the pitch with the players remaining, he still has the most number of cups, and so rightfully so.
You could see the big smile on Sami Bartels' face when Baba Rahman was just coming on. Abdul Baba Rahman, a man who clearly defies opinion, that one of the best left backs we've had in recent times. A lot of experience having played for clubs like Asante Kotoko, Dreams FC in Ghana, went on to Augsburg. Then he had that big money move to Chelsea in 2015. But that Chelsea move did not go as planned, as he suffered some setbacks with an injury that almost ended his football career. But he's found solace, he's found a new home in Greece, as he now plays for PAOK. Since 2023, he's not been with the Black Stars. He's made 74 appearances for the national team. 52 appearances for the national team. Scored 1 goal in the process. And he's back with the team. He has about some 5 minutes to warm himself back into the national team. A good welcome for Abdul Baba Rahman.
Yeah, after 3 years, I think it's best to probably ease him back into the national team setup. And as I said, if you're probably combining all the caps of the players on the pitch, they wouldn't get to what Baba has. He has, I think, more than 50.
Yeah, he's played 52 times for the Black Stars and scored 1 goal in the process.
No one is close to that. On the
Taking the armband in place of Gideon Mensah. Clearly, we have an idea of how our left back competition would be. 2 players are fighting for that, Gideon and Baba. Too much force from Kelly results in the foul for Wales, who are still pushing and are hopeful of getting the equalizer, but they have 4 minutes to do so. Ball goes out to Norton Davies, who finds Kumas in there. Sorry, Andrews, who just came on. Ethan Ampedu, formerly of Chelsea, now the captain of this Wales team. Congreve sends in the cross, but again, it's been defended brilliantly by Kelly Brenchi. But Thomas Asante loses out in a very dangerous area.
Yeah, needs to be careful in those central areas.
I mean, you're going to meet some top quality at the World Cup, but it's a pinball in the area of Ghana and ball flies over the crossbar as Davies turn and try to have a dig at goal. His shots flying way off targets. Ghana survive, still leading by a goal to nil with 3 minutes to end. How important would this win be for Carlos Queiroz ahead of the World Cup?
I think it would be massive. It would be such a confidence booster, especially for a Black Stars team that hasn't won a game in months. It's been about 4 or 5 games since the Black Stars last won a game of football.
Our last 5 games have all ended in a defeat for us. But Ernest Nuama has brought in some energy. It looks like he's very, very direct. One that is not scared to take on the defenders. He doesn't even look back. Gets the ball and straight he runs at opponents.
It's the pace and trickery and the directness. That's what's been the difference.
Yeah.
In the second half.
Ernest Nuama. Big lad there. One whose ceiling is very high. A lot of people have tipped him to be a core part of the Black Stars in future. So far, so good for him. The World Cup could be a very, very important period for him to regain his form, and this would be his first World Cup because he was not part of the team that played the 2022 World Cup. Again, Wales coming close. A shot across goal. A header there, I think, from Kumas, which came off Ajete, and then Babaraman had to put it out of touch for a corner kick. So, with about a minute to go, we're still pushing Congreve with the corner kick there. It's a tussle, but it looks to have come off Ethan Ampedu, and ball. It's a goal kick to Ghana. Huge sigh of relief for the Black Stars.
Once again, the threats from the corner, but they've just failed to make it count. They've never really tested Ashari in the second half. Came close a couple of occasions in the first half, but they've just not managed to get any meaningful chances in that second half. And kudos to Carlos Queiroz.
We are doing 5 minutes of other time at the Cardiff City Stadium as Wolves come forward with JT stepping in, clearing everything that comes his way this evening. Still very young. One that the handlers of the Black Stars say has a lot to add to his game, and they're hoping that he will grow in confidence and ability as well We'll send it across. This time it's Abdul Mumin who gets something on the ball. Still coming forward. It's all been Wales in the last 5 minutes. It's open up for Davies. He tries to be intelligent in there. But Ghana losing out on all the 50-50 balls at the moment. It's Wales who are creating all the chances, sending a lot of crosses into the box. With 4 minutes to end proceedings, the Black Stars will need to shut the door completely. And Padu was coming forward again. The shot comes in. Benjamin Asare. It looked like he had it covered. Flashes way off the crossbar. And no trouble for the Accra Heart of Oak #1, who could end up making history at the World Cup by becoming the first locally based goalkeeper to have minutes. 2006, the likes of Jojo, Sami Eje didn't play any part in there. 2010, we had the likes of Aholu and Daniel Eje also didn't get minutes. Then 2014, it was Stephen Adams who was with Diana. Then he also didn't get any minutes. 2022, Kumasi Asante Kotros Danlad was also there. 2026, we have Benjamin Asare. Can he be the first goalkeeper, locally based goalkeeper?
He is very effective in the air, and that had affected Wales' strategy of crossing the ball inside the box. He missed a good opportunity when he crept into the blind side of Jonas Ajeti, but this time he made it count.
Ghana coming forward again with a few minutes to end the game. Inaki Williams with that poor pass there to nobody in particular. Alidu Seidu regains possession for Ghana. Ajeti opens up to Abdul Mohamed. Mohamed to Baba Rahmat. Baba goes back to Abdul Mohamed. Ball with Ajeti. He now finds Alidu Seidu. Ghana coming forward again. Alidu sends a long one trying to find Inaki Williams. But a comfortable catch for goalkeeper Dallo. Loss of concentration one time at the back has given Wales an opportunity to level the score, and they are pushing forward with just seconds to end the game. Davies there. Ball back with Andrews. Wales all over with the shots in there, but it was a scarf effort. One that flew way. And that is the end of the game. Referee has blown his whistle. Ghana were just some 2 minutes away from recording their first friendly win in about 6 games. But unfortunately, a lack of concentration at the back allowed Kumas to level the score after Caleb Renchi had given the Black Stars the lead in the second half. Good exercise for Carlos Queiroz, and we'll be hoping to see or hear what on the 17th of June against Panama. But the association says that one more friendly game will be played before that. Jonas Ajeti Oreko, I feel he had a good game today.
Yeah, his head is probably down because he thought maybe he could have done better for the goal. But I think overall it was a good performance from the team, good exercise. In the end, the reality is it's Carlos Queiroz's first game in charge, and 1-1 is a fair result. Wales didn't deserve to lose this game as well. And so it's just a friendly at the end of the day. A key issue is what teams learn from these friendly games. And I think Ghana will know that they definitely have a lot to learn.
A lot to learn from this game. Ethan Ampedu, captain of Wales there. They are not going to the World Cup. Ghana would be in there. But I'm sure there are valuable lessons that Coach Carlos Queiroz has picked from his first game. Antoine Semenyo wasn't part of today's game. Definitely he would play in our final friendly game before the World Cup proper. But this has been a good exercise for all these players, especially the likes of Baba Rahman, who are making a return to the team. It has given Carlos Queiroz an opportunity to know where the cracks are and where to tighten the knot before the World Cup. My name is Mutale Yakubu. Oreku will take over. Sami Battles and a legend, Augustine Ayinfo, would end with you.
And so there you see team captain Jordan Ayew delivering a speech after the friendly match between Wales and Ghana ended 1-1. The Black Stars took the lead in the second half through second half substitute Caleb Urenchi, who scored off his own rebound after Ernest Nyama's initial attempt was saved by goalkeeper Dallo. However, Ghana couldn't hold on to register their first win since October 2025 after conceding a very, very late goal to Lewis Kumas in the 93rd minute. And so 1-1 it ends. I think in the end it's a bit disappointing considering the context that Ghana were this close, 2 minutes away from winning their first game in about 8 months.
No, not disappointing at all. We did talk about what the coach might be testing, and one of the things he certainly would have tested is our ability to concentrate and keep the concentration going for the rest of the game. It would have been almost too perfect for Ghana if we had ended up winning this, and I think it would have given us a false sense of security. So that moment where we shrank in too deep and we switched off for just a moment and they took us to the left-hand side, it's a reminder that if you are going to play low block haram football and try to use the pace, you might as well hold your concentration for 90 plus minutes. So I think all in all, it's a valuable lesson that we should take on board as we go along. But for me, the one thing we